Hi, boys and girls. Over the next 2 weeks, we are going to be focusing in on narrative writing in Starlight. Okay, so the stories that you're going to read are going to be narratives, or as I said, stories. Okay, so as well as reading them and doing exercises on them, we're also going to plan and write our own story or our own narrative. So we've done this before, and we're just going to do a quick recap on the things that are necessary in order for us to create an effective narrative. The first thing that we look at is the concept of the 3 Ps. So you may remember that in the 3 Ps, the first one is person. Now, a person is your character. You can have a main character and other characters, but for the moment we're just talking about maybe a main character, all right? So the first P is person. The second P is place. Another word for this is your setting, where your story happens or where it takes place. And the third one is problem. That is your third P. And it is basically referring to the action in the story. What happens in the story, the main thing that happens, a problem that happens, some sort of an issue your character might have, and we have to think about what the issue is and how they might solve it. Usually the issue takes place in the first half of the story, and hopefully the character has solved it by the end, okay? Now, together, if you underline the first 3 letters in each of them, we get 3 Ps. So that's what I mean when I say the 3 Ps, okay? And they are the fundamental part of any narrative. So every story we write should have 3 Ps in it, okay? Now, let's focus in on them individually. So, the first one, which is person. Person really means character, okay? So, what we do first is we write our character's name down in the centre of our mind map, which we're going to create. So, just for the sake of it, say my character's name is Sarah. I will write Sarah's name down. Now, I'm going to draw arms out, maybe about 5 or 6 arms out from Sarah's name, and these are going to have subheadings and show other little sections of what we will talk about in relation to Sarah. So the first thing we're going to write down is her likes, what Sarah likes. And this is going to give me more information, or it's going to provide the reader with more information about Sarah, get to know her a bit better. So the things she likes. The next thing we're going to write down is the things she dislikes. What things does Sarah not like or not enjoy? The third thing we're going to write is Sarah's special abilities. Now, a special ability is something that Sarah is very good at, or she's well able to do. So her special ability could be that she is a fantastic cook, or that she's able to whistle so loudly that people can hear her from across the street. These type of things, whatever you want, okay, can be made up. This is complete fiction, so whatever you like yourself. The fourth line is personality. And personality is what we can tell about Sarah through maybe the way she speaks to different people. Does she have a nice personality? Does she have a rude type of personality? And this can be revealed through dialogue, and we'll talk about dialogue later on. Okay? And the last one is appearance. An appearance refers to how Sarah looks, all right? So what type of hair she has. Does she have long hair, short hair? Is she pale? Is she tall? Is she very thin? That type of thing, okay? So for the sake of it, I'm going to jot down a few things about my character just to give you an example. So this character, Sarah, likes chocolate. She likes nature. She likes being outside. And she likes dogs. Okay? Anything. Just something that you think about that you think your character might like. Dislikes. My character dislikes the dark. She dislikes scary movies or TV shows. I can put a little line beside those so I know that they're different. And she also dislikes Brussels sprouts. Okay. Special abilities. What can Sarah do that other people can't? Well, Sarah is very good at skipping. As you can see, I'm making this up as I go along. She can do 200 skips without stopping. Now, as I've said, this is her special ability. Ideally, when I'm writing my story, Sarah is going to use this special ability to resolve the problem which she will face in the story, okay? Now, personality through dialogue, we'll get into the dialogue later, but personality, what kind of a personality does Sarah have? I'm going to say that Sarah is very kind, she's very caring, and maybe she might be funny as well, okay? And we'll see that. That'll be reflected in the things that she says in her story, or in my story, okay? Her appearance. Sarah is tall. She has brown hair, which might be straight or curly, but in this case it's straight. And she, let's see, she's pale, fair skinned, right? Fair complexion. Complexion means your skin appearance, okay? So that is how I do my mind map for my person, which is the first P, or else really which translates to character. All right, so we have that done. The next thing I need to do is move on to planning my place, and I'm going to do that in the next video now.